Hey, what's up there, YouTubers? Jason coming in to you today with the Naya midrange for the end of the gatecrash season. This is the Naya midrange I've been running. I think at the end of this season I added in Thundermaw Hellkites and Domri Raids, replacing Garooks, so it's a little bit different, but we'll go ahead and check it out. So as far as lands go, we have playsets of all four shocks. So we have a playset of Stomping Grounds, playset of Temple Garden. We have a playset of Sacred Foundry, playset of Rootbound Crag. We have 3 each of Clifftop Retreat and Sun Petal Grove, and just 2 basic mountains. As far as ramp goes, we're running playset of Evason's Pilgrim. I wanted to run two of the Arbor Elves as well, but I ended up running Flint Hoof Boar instead. It just seemed a little bit more consistent to curve out other than just ramp, so that's what we decided to do here. We have a playset of Boros Reckoner. I don't really need to speak much on this card. It's good against aggro. I have Blasphemous Act and sideboard against matchup like Esper Control or Prime Speaker Bant. So that can be a really big win condition. It's funny, I actually played a game a few days ago where somebody tried to hybridization my Boros Reckoner in response to my Blasphemous Act, and I used my Resto Angel to flash in my Boros Reckoner and, blink my Boros Reckoner, so Blasphemous Act hit last on the stack, and it was beautiful. Then we got a playset of Loxodon Smiter, really good against the control matchups, can't be countered. It's a 4/4 for 3 basically, so that's good against aggro, and also things like Jund that run Rakdos Return or Liliana the Veil, they have you discard cards, and you get a free Loxodon Smiter, which is really nice, 4/4 for 3. Then we have our Restoration Angel. So she's really good. She works well with Thragtusk, Thundermaw Hellkite, and just little combat tricks like Boros Reckoner, Loxodon Smiter. She's just really good all in all for keeping your things around. Having extra blockers when they're not expecting it. It's funny, in the end of the season though, everybody is like, oh, you have 4 mana open, you must have a Restoration Angel in hand. So that's kind of funny because it's pretty predictable now, but it's still very good. Then we have Thragtusk. A lot of people are only playing 2 of, I'm playing a playset just because the way that I have my creatures set up, I like to have a playset of everything except my win conditions, which is really nice. As you can see, everything so far has been a playset, and it just works really nicely. I see the same creatures quite often. I'm not running Hunt Masters because, for one thing, I haven't gotten Hunt Masters, and I kind of like what's going on right here. I didn't think that Hunt Masters were very necessary in this build. So then we have our win conditions, which are Thundermaw Hellkite and Aurelia. So they're both very good. Thundermaw is great against Lingering Souls, Restoration Angels, any other flyers. He has haste. So what I'll usually do is play like a Reckoner. And then if I have something like Blasphemous Act, I'll keep Thundermaw Hellkite in my hand. Use the Blasphemous Act to bait out the Dissipates or Syncopates or whatever little counters they have. And then if all else fails, play Thundermaw Hellkite, knowing that they're either tapped out or they have no counters in hand. And then you're getting a free 5 damage. And unless they can deal with Thundermaw Hellkite, we could go next turn Aurelia, and that's basically game. I have never played a game where I've actually had Thundermaw and Aurelia stick that I have not won. People just scoop to that. That's like an instant scoop. If they both resolve, then it's pretty much game over. Then going to our spells, we have 2 of Domri Raid, which is really nice against other mid-range if you were just going to fight creatures. It's really funny to fight off like their ramp, to fight their Restoration Angels with Loxodon Smiters, to fight Thragtusk with, other creatures that maybe are a problem, like maybe they have a Thundermaw Hellkite, which I will happily trade my Thragtusk for. Just, there's tons of different things that we can have fight. And also, at first I didn't think look at the top card of your library, and if it's a creature card, reveal it and put it into your hand, was going to be any good, but it ended up being just fine. And, I get great creatures off of it. Sometimes I'll pull something like Thundermaw Hellkite or Aurelia and just win, or maybe I need a few extra life, so I'll drop a Thragtusk, have a blocker. It's really nice. I'm only running 2 of Mizium Mortars, and mainly as a board wipe. Removal is nice, but in this matchup, if I'm having to use all my mana on removal, then I'm probably not doing so hot in the matchup already. I should just be playing creatures that are bigger and scarier than their creatures at all times. So I'm just running them as a 2 of, as a board wipe, so we can swing team with Aurelia and whatever else we have on the board. And then I have 4 of Boros Charm. So creatures I control are indestructible, or I could get extra damage off of Aurelia, extra damage off of Thundermaw, Thragtusk, or if they have 8 life, I have 2 in hand, I'll burn them for 8. That's game. It's such a versatile card. I definitely chose it over Searing Spears or Mizium Mortars any day, at least for this deck that we have here. Yeah, and that's the main board. I'm still working on the sideboard right now. I'm using some proxies, but basically I'm just running like Blasphemous Axe, 1 big Garruk Primal Hunter, 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Selesnya Charms, 2 more Mizium Mortars, 2 Sundering Growths, 2 Witchbane Orbs, and 2 Oblivion Rings. So if you guys know what cards those are, I guess you can kind of understand why my sideboard works for this deck. But yeah, I mean, I just need to finish getting those cards. I just haven't gotten over to Card Kingdom recently enough to actually pick them up. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.